Welcome, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for this explainer. Today, we're taking a super fascinating journey into the legacy of a brand that you undoubtedly recognize. We're looking at BMW. I mean, it stands today as literally one of the most respected luxury car brands in the entire world. Over the next few minutes, we're going to unpack exactly how this company built its massive global legacy. We'll look at the engineering, the innovation, and the very specific choices that shaped them into an undisputed luxury icon. But right off the bat, I want to hit you with a did you know fact that honestly always surprises people. Did you know that this famous company didn't actually begin by building cars? No way. It's true. We always associate them with the open road, but they actually started out up in the sky. So the big question we need to answer today is this. How exactly did an aircraft engine maker transform into the ultimate global symbol of driving perfection, luxury, and performance? Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1. Beyond the cars. To really understand this brand, we have to look past the modern highways and go way, way back to 1916. The world was a very different place, and during this era, BMW's entire operation was completely dedicated to aircraft engine manufacturing. Think about it, they were engineering machines meant to defy gravity. That inherently requires an incredibly high level of precision and reliability. And moving along to the early 20th century, this exact same period of aviation focus gave birth to their famous blue and white logo. You know the one. That logo, which is recognized on streets worldwide today, is deeply, deeply tied to this early history. What you really should take away from this is that their DNA was forged in high-stakes, precision engineering long before their tires ever even hit the pavement. Part 2. The post-war pivot. History is rarely a straight line, right? And this is where BMW's Phoenix-like narrative truly begins. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer contrast in their reality following World War II. On the one hand, the company was drowning in severe economic struggles in just a completely decimated landscape. Their very survival was in jeopardy. It was a remarkably dire situation. But instead of folding, they executed this brilliant, resilient pivot. They entered the automobile industry. They actually began manufacturing the very first BMW cars. So out of those extreme economic struggles, they started, step by step, building a formidable reputation in the automotive world. They essentially engineered their own rescue. Moving into part 3, the ultimate driving machine. That dramatic post-war pivot gave rise to a legendary tiered ecosystem of vehicles, and this brilliantly illustrates exactly how they did it. The 3 Series established a perfect baseline where luxury truly meets performance. Building on that foundation, the 5 Series became the absolute powerhouse that drove their global expansion, bringing that premium performance to a much wider market. And then, at the absolute pinnacle sits the 7 Series, the ultimate driving machine. By structuring their lineup this way, BMW wasn't just selling cars, They were crafting an entire ecosystem of luxury and performance that appealed to totally different levels of the premium market, practically ensuring their global dominance. Part 4. The luxury rivalry. Of course, when you build a globally dominant fleet of premium cars, you kind of immediately paint a target on your back. BMW operates in an arena with zero room for error. First up, you have their traditional historic competitors, like Mercedes-Benz and Audi. These are brands that have literally been battling BMW for decades, constantly pushing each other to elevate their engineering and design. But here's the thing, the luxury market rivalry isn't just about traditional automakers anymore. Look at the inclusion of Tesla here. This highlights a massive, massive shift in the industry. BMW is no longer just competing on horsepower and leather interiors. They're going head-to-head with a modern disruptor in a rapidly changing technological landscape. Let's move to and see how this builds into Part 5, engineering the future. To stay ahead of those historic rivals and those new modern disruptors, BMW is actively engineering the future through a really aggressive shift in investments. They're pouring resources into 4 major areas right now. First, there's a massive commitment to electric mobility, specifically through their electric vehicles and the dedicated BMW i Series. Next, they are heavily investing in autonomous driving. Third is digital tech and artificial intelligence. Because let's face it, cars are rapidly becoming incredibly advanced computers on wheels. And finally, there's a dedicated focus on sustainability across their entire production process. Why this matters to you as a consumer is that BMW is signaling loud and clear that the next generation of luxury isn't just about speed, it's about smart, sustainable, and electric mobility. Listen, BMW did not become a global symbol of luxury overnight.
So the crucial point is exactly what this quote says. Their reputation was earned through decades of engineering, innovation, and relentless pursuit of performance. This kind of success is the compound result of surviving economic collapse, pivoting from aircraft to automotives, and just constantly innovating. It's a legacy built on a relentless pursuit of performance that spans well over a century.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer, and honestly, it leaves us with one final, very provocative question. As we look at the explosive rise of AI, completely new competitors, and just a total shift in how cars are even powered, does the brand have what it takes to dominate the next era of electric mobility? I mean, they've successfully pivoted before, but the future of the automotive industry has literally never been more unpredictable. It's going to be absolutely fascinating to watch. Thank you so much for joining me today, and keep exploring the incredible stories behind the world's biggest innovations.